This is problem set number 2, problem 7. Estimate the number of atoms in the body of a 50 kilogram physics student. Note that the human body is mostly water, which has molar mass 18 grams per mole, and that each water molecule contains 3 atoms. Okay, let's write down our givens first. So we have mass of the physics student is 50 kilograms, right? We know that the molar mass for water is 18 grams per mole. 18 grams per mole. Or in other words, 1 mole of water weighs 18 grams. Okay? And we're given that 1 molecule of water contains 3 atoms. Which, obviously, that's because water is H2O, so there's 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom, so there's 3 atoms in 1 molecule of water. Okay. It also states that the human body is mostly water. And that basically simplifies the problem to say that this 50 kilogram physics student right here, that's just 50 kilograms of water. That's a mass of water in our problem. Okay. So one thing to know is that molar mass is equal to mass divided by the amount of a substance whose units are moles, right? So this should be in your formula sheet if you don't know this by heart. That would help you in the test. So this is, let's use red. So this is molar mass. This is mass. And this is the amount of substance in moles. Okay. And that does kind of make sense if you think about it, because as you can see here, the units for molar mass is grams per mole, which is the same unit of mass, right? Mass unit is kilograms, and the unit for N is moles. So that makes sense, right? Okay. Okay, so given that information, let's continue on with our problem. So if molar mass is equal to the mass divided by the amount of a substance in moles, and we are given mass and molar mass, let's try to find the amount of substance we have in moles, okay? So, little plugging in, this becomes, I'm going to convert this to kilograms per mole instead of grams per mole. So we have 0.018 kilograms per mole, right? I just converted grams to kilograms, is equal to, the mass in our problem is 50 kilograms of physics students, or in other words, 50 kilograms of water. Right? Because human body is mostly water. Okay, and we are looking for the amount of substance, or the amount of moles of water. Okay, so a bit of algebra. We have N is equal to 50 kilograms divided by our molar mass for water. And we have N is equal to 2777.78 moles, okay? So I've got that amount of moles of water. It's the amount of water we have in moles right here. Okay? So what else are we given? We're also given that one molecule of water contains 3 atoms, and we're trying to estimate the number of atoms in the 50 kilogram physics student, or the number of atoms in the 50 kilogram water, basically. Okay. But we need molecules for that. Right now we have moles, right? So let's convert moles to molecules. And how do we do that? We use Avogadro's number. Okay? We know that right now we have 2,777.78 moles of water. Moles of water, right? I won't put the water, but it's moles. Let's multiply that by Avogadro's number. And that would make sense because our units would cancel out. We know that 1 mole of anything would give you 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd molecules, right? Because we want to convert to molecules, right? That's our goal. So our moles will cancel out and we'll be left with molecules of water. Okay? So that would equal to, if you plug that in the calculator, 1.67 times 10 to the 27 molecules of water. Okay? Because initially we had 2,777.78 moles of water. And that's now converted to molecules of water. And with this info of 1 molecule of water contains 3 atoms, we can then find the number of atoms in the 50 kilogram physics student, or in the 50 kilogram water, mass of water, okay? And we can do that by just multiplying this 1.667 times 10 to the 27 molecules by 3. And that will give us a number of atoms. So let's do that. So we have 1.67 times 10 to the 27 molecules, right? And we'll multiply that by 3, because each molecule has 3 atoms. Sorry, I'm going to remove this. We don't need that. So this amount of molecules times 3 atoms. Which makes sense, right? Because whatever number of molecules we have, contains 3 atoms. So we just multiply that by 3 and we get the number of atoms equals number of atoms. And that's what's given here. Each water molecule contains 3 atoms. Okay, so plug this in your calculator and you should get that there are 5.02 times 10 to the 27 atoms in a 50 kilogram human, or in the 50 kilogram physics student, if he doesn't want to be called a human. Okay, there you go.